Hello. I am Alicia Richard and welcome to my YouTube channel. Before we hop right on into this week's video, make sure and thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. In today's video, I will be talking about becoming a Sisterlock trainee, like the qualified Sisterlock trainee. In this video, I will be going over basically my review and what happened during the experience of becoming a Sisterlock trainee. So if you are interested in that, just hang right on out. So here is a quick behind the scenes of me becoming like a Sisterlock consultant, right? I'm doing a training thing. So what I decided to do was to get a notebook from Walmart. This way it will help me to retain the information. And I wanted to make sure that I had like all of my information in like one folder. So yeah, so all of my information is here divided by sections so that I could retain the information so that when it's time for me to talk about Sisterlocks, I will know what I'm talking about. The other thing is, here is the course. It is literally like an online course, so make sure that you take your time. You're in a quiet environment where you could actually learn, retain, and take notes. The next thing that I have back here is like an energy drink. Oh Lord, I've been behind a computer for a long time. The next thing, I do have some sunflower seeds. Yikes for the carbs. Last thing is, I do have some grapes over here so that I am like literally like snacking as I listen to the videos. And yeah, so it's just like an online thing. Just make sure that you get like a binder so that you have all of your information in one place, just in case someone may have some questions or you may have to refer back to your notes. You will know, hey, I'm at this section or whatever. So this is a little bit of behind the scenes of me literally becoming like a Sisterlock consultant. So there it is, guys, and I'll continue to take you along the journey. So here is a video of the mannequin that I had to use. And then here is some footage of me just like in the airport. Later on, you will see the hotel. I actually love the hotel that we stayed in Orlando, Florida. Here are some images of me and my sisters that I went to. Of course, I had to get in a little bit of gym time. Hey, so there it is. So we are on day 2, hey, of our Sisterlock class. We are just taking a break. Got me an energy drink and some chips. And this is kind of like a view of the hotel that we are staying in. And the class is actually good. It's very informative. I learned a lot. And guess what? I have been maintaining my locks like the wrong way. So I'm glad that it's finally like, hey, I know how to maintain my hair, my own hair now before I can tell somebody else. So yeah, day 2, it's pretty good. We're almost done. And the last day, I think we're just gonna sit in the sun and just enjoy. And then tomorrow I'm going home. So yes, here's the attire for the day. Some sneakers. Got some sneakers today because we've been doing a lot of standing and I'm not used to standing on a consistent basis. And there we go. Oh, and you have to wear your mask for class. Day 2. Okay, so we are done with day 2 of the Sisterlocks training and we are just finished eating dinner with my sisters. And here's the hotel that we're sleeping in last night in Orlando, and we'll be like a Sisterlocks trainee. So here is to a good night. Okay, so this meets Orlando. Orlando was the mannequin that I actually took with me to class. Now, you do need a mannequin when you go. I'm not sure if they would change that, but right now, you have to have your own mannequin and make sure that you have a stand. Different people had like different stands for their mannequin. I would say get the one that actually like stands up on the 3 legs on the tripod instead of like trying to just like pin it like on the desk or something, because that way you can actually move like around your mannequin to make sure that you are getting the Sisterlock techniques right. So the advantages of actually going to the class was while you are doing your locks, while you are doing the Sisterlocks method, your teacher actually comes around and she lets you know, hey, how you are doing. She lets you know how your locks are looking, if the technique that you are doing, if it's correct. They also let you know like if the parting is correct. And I actually liked it because before you start doing someone's hair as a sister lock consultant, you need to get your practice in, and you need like that real life hands-on, and you also need someone there that will kind of just guide you and let you know, hey, you're doing this correct, or no girl, you ain't doing that right, do that part over again, you know? So it's good to actually have someone that is there. So you do your parts and stuff before you actually get to the class, and then when you actually get to whatever class you are going to, you actually begin to get that hands-on experience. And that is something I really had liked, especially not being like a cosmetologist myself, coming from, as a photographer. So becoming a sister lock consultant was definitely like, or a sister lock trainee, right? Qualified trainee, whatever. Trainee is basically like actually having practice, having someone to review it was very, very helpful. So I would say make sure that you have your mannequin and your stand. The next thing that we actually got from the sister lock trainee is you will actually get like a packet of information. Now, I will tell you this because you have to do the online portion first. I'm not sure if they're going to change that in the future. That ain't none of my business. I'm telling you about my experience. So what I actually did was, when I was doing my online part, I created my own folder because I really wanted to know. So I printed out the handouts like the training system said. I put it all like in my own folder, right? I put it in my own folder. Girl, let me tell you what else I did. I made sure that I had like my tabs, like according to chapters. I low-key was supposed to be somebody teacher one day. So I got this folder right from Walmart. The online portion, I created my own folder, my own self. I made my own notes that was there inside, and I made sure that I took this with me to class. I would highly recommend that you do the online work first. Do that first, like all the way through, before you go in person, especially if you know nothing about hair, nothing about sister locks or whatever, natural locks, whatever. Make sure that you do all of the work first, online. And then that way, when you do get in class in person, it's not like a foreign language to you. So I was very happy that I did every single lesson, every single thing online first. And let me tell you, oh Lord, it was like real school. It legit was like real school, knowing definitions, knowing your stuff. And I would honestly say that is good, because before you put your hands in somebody's hair, before you start your business, before you do anything, you want to be at least a little bit educated about what you're doing. And I like that it was actually a system where you had your online coursework first, and then you went in person, and then they were able to answer any additional questions. So this is what I did. I got a binder. I had like all of my tabs and stuff like that according to the lessons. And then I brought this to my class, and then I just sat it on my desk. When it was time for me to refer back to the notes, or if they were going over something in class, I went back to this and I was kind of like marking things off. All right, so when you do get to the class, they will actually give you like, and I'm not going to show y'all like page for page. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to kind of give you an overview, okay? If you want to know what's in the package, you spend your money, you go to the class just like I did. This is just an overview. All right, so basically what you are going to get is you're going to get like the consultant training thing, and it's basically going to tell you all the information that you need to know about sister locks. Is going to tell you all the information that you need to tell your clients, what you need to know yourself, and what you need to do. So you will get this. You also get like a portfolio of what the sister locks look like, and they have these binders that are in there for you, and they'll be like in a small little packet. The other thing that you will also get as well is they do start you off with like the starter pack. So make sure that you do have different things that are available for your client. So this is where I'm just going to talk about the experience overall. They do start you off with a few more other materials. But like how I said, I want you all to pay your money, right, to the Sister Lock to the Sister Lock website, and then that way you can get basically your own interpretation of what the class was like. So I'll stick with Orlando, right? I enjoyed the class because it honestly lets you know how to conduct your business. It lets you know how to run it. It lets you know how to do your sister locks. It lets you learn about the textures. It lets you learn about so much. And the thing about it is that I learned so much from the class until it was so much information that I was never introduced to. Period. I never knew some of the things that I was taught in the class. So I would say that if you go through the Sister Lock class, if you go through spending your money, I spent like $1,500 for the class. But when you also do that, you have to factor in, I stayed at the hotel. You have to factor in your food that you are going to pay. You're going to have to include like what activities are you going to do. Now, class was literally like all day long. I repeat. Class was all day. It was all day. And you know what? It was good. It was good. It was all day and it was good because it was engaging. There were hands-on experiences. You learn about the system. One of the things that I do like about the class is Dr. Cornwell. I think, Lord, I hope I'm saying the name right. It's like videos, and I love the videos, the originality of the videos. I love, how there were questions about like if you had any questions, like they were just able to answer. I love the way that the class was set up to actually talk about the different phases that the hair goes through. I love how it was that, they don't tell you how to set your prices. That's kind of like up to you, your experience level, where you're located at, but they give you a guide. And I like that. You have a guide. And that's what's important, when you are starting off. Think about how do you want your business to be set up? And it asks you like some of those questions, right? Questions that you should ask, like someone who is interested in Sisterlocks. So it kind of just lays the foundation for you. And however you want to set things up is totally up to you. But it's not like, you should charge this, you should charge that. It's basically just suggestions, knowing how to set your business up. And I think that is so important because in the, not to say African American community, but doggone it, I'm a Black woman. So how else am I going to know? A lot of times businesses aren't set up the right way. And I feel like one of the things that I do like about Sisterlocks is that it did talk about the business aspect of it. Although that wasn't the biggest part, but it was included, how to separate your money, what to do with your money when you get it. It talked about the importance of an accountant. It talked about so much about like that. Like, do you want to get your business license? Where are you running your business from? Because with Sisterlocks, I've been several places from my own hair experience, right? When I first got my locks, I didn't mind going into someone's home. And then after I did where she did my locks in her home, then that's when she got a shop. So these are certain things that you really need to consider as a local business owner is, do you want to get your braider's license or are you already a cosmetologist and having this? So just think about some of those things as you begin to start your own business on what do you actually expect from this Sister Lock training. And that was one of the main things that I liked because I not just am like a Sister Lock person, but I actually own my business as well as a photographer. So to have that was like, whoa, I like this. So anyway, so this is Orlando. One of the main suggestions that I would say, and this is just only my opinion, this is not something for you to take as the Holy Bible, but one of the questions that I did ask is, how about if we don't have like all of the heads line up for us to move up? Because there's like the Sister Lock trainee, the qualified trainee, and I think it's like the Sister Lock consultant, right? It's basically like the levels. So my question was, well, what should I do? Because I'm not a hairstylist. I don't have my people lined up. And my trainer said to finish finish your mannequin, right? The good thing was finish your mannequin. Get your mannequin hair. Look, get her hair right. And then when you show them your mannequin's hair, then that way you could use your mannequin as your example until you are able to build your portfolio or build your website or, you know, build your Instagram business or whatever up. So I would highly suggest, I literally finished the class like 3 days ago. Like, yeah, maybe like 2 days ago. So my mannequin basically just has like what was required in class. And then that way, you know, when it's time for me to actually finish her, if I decide to finish her, then do that. Now, one of the suggestions from my loctician, from my consultant that I have now, she suggested for me to like practice on like a real human, because the results that you're going to get from the mannequin versus the results that you're going to get from a human hair is going to be totally different. So see, if I was instructed to see if there's like someone that maybe I can practice on. I don't have any daughters, but I have nieces. I have, you know, like different people that I could possibly practice on. So see if you could do that as well. All right. I am just grateful for the opportunity, right? That's the way I look at it. I'm grateful that, for one, this is my view, my personal view. I'm grateful that I had the money that I could go to the class. I'm grateful that I had the money so that I could travel by flight, because I had to travel from my state to Florida. I'm grateful that I had the money to actually get there. I'm glad that I had the money that I could invest into something new. So to me, it didn't matter if they provided every single thing. I got what I needed, and that's I got what I was looking for. And if they didn't do anything else but just educate me on how I could enhance my own family. You know what I'm saying? All right. So as we go and talk about that, I am able, which as a photographer, right? I mean, I make my money. I'm also a social worker, all kind of stuff, girl. But if this is a way that I could bring extra money into my household, I am going to respect everything that Sisterlocks has done. Dr. Cornwell has worked like over 20-something years. So I feel like as a Black woman myself, I'm not going to be out here doing no Sisterlock remix. Okay? And I'm just saying, please forgive me if I'm wrong and do not leave me like bad comments. But I'm just saying, that's not my position to do like a remix. I feel like this lady has worked hard to build a business. Dr. Cornwell has worked hard to build this brand, and it's not up to me to come into her system that she created, regardless of how I may feel about it. I feel like I would never disrespect the integrity of her business. And that's just the way that I look at it. If this lady has developed a system where I can enhance my family, where I could start me a second or third business, and where I could actually move up from like one level to the next, the thing that I'm going to do as a person, as a Black woman supporting our community, the thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I respect Sisterlocks. I'm going these are basically the things that were included with the class. There are some of the things that are different. Some things that, as far as like marketing is concerned and stuff like that, they do talk about the marketing process. They do talk about, just keep things as close to what it was as you can, and then that way you can go from there. As far as like building your own business and stuff like that, now when you talk about building your business, building your brand, what your personal business is, then that's fine. You know, like what you do, how you set your prices, what your logo is, and all of that. I'm talking but anyway, that is my experience. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more content like this, make sure that you subscribe. I hope that y'all liked Orlando. There she is. There she, girl, show them your locks, okay? Bat your eyes a little bit. Show them. Okay, girl. I enjoyed doing this video, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching me and Orlando as we talk about the Sisterlocks journey. Thank you so much for your attention. Share the love, share the light, and always live a rich life. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.